Planning a cruise vacation this year? Well, if you haven't sailed in a while, you're in for quite a surprise. The cruise industry has implemented 12 significant changes that are catching even experienced travelers off guard. In fact, one of these new rules has sparked such outrage among senior travelers that cruise lines are already reconsidering their position. But which one is it? That's the mystery we'll unveil today. I'm going to count down all 12 new policies you'll face in 2025 with special tips for how seniors can navigate these changes. And what about that rule number 11? It might just make you reconsider your dinner plans on board. Let's dive right in with rule number 1. Remember when packing for a cruise meant throwing in a case of water bottles? Those days are officially over. Every major cruise line now prohibits cases of bottled water, allowing only refillable bottles on board. Now they'll claim this is for environmental concerns, but could it also be about forcing you to buy their overpriced drinks? What do you think? For seniors especially, staying hydrated in those warm tropical climates is essential. Here's what you need to know. Invest in a quality refillable bottle with an easy-to-grip surface and bring it everywhere on the ship. Some cruise lines have installed filtered water stations, but they're not always conveniently located. But wait until you hear about what they're doing with your complimentary drinks. If you're a Royal Caribbean Diamond or Diamond Plus member, this one will frustrate you. While you still get your complimentary drinks, there's a catch. Any beverage you want to take back to your cabin must now be opened first. The cruise line claims this prevents abuse of the system. But is controlling how and when you enjoy your earned perks really about system abuse or something else entirely? For senior viewers who enjoy relaxing with a quiet drink in their cabin, this is particularly inconvenient. Many of you have told us you like saving beverages for later, especially if mobility issues make frequent trips to the lounges challenging. Speaking of rules that limit your freedom on board, have you heard what they're doing with balcony activities? While not entirely new, the strict enforcement of no smoking on balconies has intensified across all cruise lines following that catastrophic fire back in 2006. Now, smokers are restricted to designated areas only. Is this purely about safety or just another way to control passenger behavior? The debate continues. For our senior viewers who smoke, this means more walking to designated areas. Before booking, check where these smoking sections are located on your ship's deck plan. If mobility is a concern, requesting a cabin near these areas could save you considerable discomfort. But wait until you hear what common travel items are now completely banned on board. This one caught many travelers by surprise. Carnival has banned Bluetooth speakers, Starlink minis, and personal internet routers, claiming interference with ship systems. But Royal Caribbean took it even further. They've banned all power strips, even surge-protected ones. For seniors who rely on CPAP machines or need to charge multiple devices, this creates a real dilemma. Most cabins have just 2 outlets. How are you supposed to manage? Here's what you need to know. USB-only charging hubs are still permitted, and if you use medical devices, contact the cruise line ahead of time to discuss accommodations. Some will make exceptions, but you must arrange this before boarding. And speaking of boarding, you might notice something different at the port this year. If you think airport security is intense, wait until you see what Carnival has implemented. Sniffer dogs now routinely check luggage before boarding, and security personnel are scrutinizing carry-ons more closely than ever. While safety is paramount, is this increased security really about passenger protection or enforcing strict substance policies? You decide. For our senior viewers, this means allowing extra time at embarkation. We recommend arriving at least 30 minutes earlier than you normally would. And if you carry prescription medications, which many seniors do, keep them in their original, clearly labeled containers to avoid unnecessary questioning. Now, here's a change that affects a cherished cruising tradition. For decades, thoughtful passengers have shown appreciation to their favorite crew members with homemade treats. Not anymore. Cruise lines have banned all homemade food gifts, citing health concerns and food safety. While the reasoning makes sense, many longtime cruisers feel this removes the personal touch that made cruising special. What do you think? Is this reasonable caution or the death of cruise culture? For our senior friends who've built relationships with crew members over years of cruising, don't worry, you can still show appreciation. Small packaged gifts like store-bought chocolates and heartfelt thank you notes remain welcome tokens of gratitude. Now, finally, some good news in rule number 7. In a rare win for passengers, new regulations require cruise lines to display the full price up front, including those pesky port fees and taxes that used to appear only at checkout. No more sticker shock when finalizing your booking. For seniors on fixed incomes, this change makes budgeting for your vacation so much easier. Use this new transparency to your advantage by comparing total costs across different cruise lines and sailings. Sometimes, what appears to be a bargain base fare might actually be more expensive once all fees are included. But if you use mobility assistance, you absolutely need to know about the next rule. This change is critical for seniors with mobility challenges. Carnival has implemented strict size limits for mobility scooters. If your scooter doesn't fit through a standard cabin door, you'll either need an accessible ring or risk being denied boarding altogether. This is not a rule to test. Several passengers have already been turned away at ports when their mobility equipment didn't meet requirements. Before booking, confirm exact door dimensions with your cruise line. If you rent equipment, specify cruise-compliant models. And if you use your own scooter, consider booking an accessible cabin for peace of mind. The war on chair hogs has escalated. Royal Caribbean and Carnival are strictly enforcing the 30 to 40-minute rule. Leave your chair unattended for too long, and staff will remove your belongings to free up the space. Pool attendants are actually using timers now, and they're not making exceptions, even for seniors who may need more frequent breaks. If you love those prime poolside spots, consider cruising with a companion who can watch your chair during breaks. Alternatively, look for less crowded deck areas where the enforcement isn't quite as strict. But why are they banning drinks in the pool? The reason might surprise you. That refreshing poolside cocktail, you'll have to enjoy it from the deck now. Drinks in swimming pools are strictly prohibited on most cruise lines in 2025. While cruise lines don't advertise the reason, insiders tell us it's primarily for hygiene. Apparently, some passengers were using the pool as their personal restroom after too many drinks. Not exactly the relaxing soak you imagined, is it? For seniors enjoying pool time, position yourself near the edge where you can easily reach your drink on a nearby table. Staying hydrated is essential, especially in those tropical climates. So don't skip your beverages just because of this rule. And now, the controversial change that has sparked the most outrage among longtime cruisers. Remember the days of ordering multiple lobster tails or extra entrees at no additional charge? Those days are gone. Many cruise lines now charge extra for additional main courses, and some have completely eliminated lobster night from the regular dining rotation. After paying thousands for your cruise, being nickeled and dimed at dinner feels particularly offensive to many passengers. In fact, this rule has generated so many complaints that some cruise lines are already reconsidering their position. For our senior viewers who look forward to fine dining experiences, check dining policies before booking. Some premium lines still offer unlimited ordering, while others have moved premium items to specialty restaurants with additional fees. And finally, couples will want to pay close attention to this last rule change. If you're traveling as a couple where only one person drinks alcohol, this rule will hit your wallet hard. Most major cruise lines now require all adults in a cabin to purchase the same beverage package. That means paying for two $95 per day drink packages, even if only one person uses it. That's an extra $665 for a 7-day cruise. Senior couples, consider whether separate cabins might actually save money, especially on longer cruises. Alternatively, look into non-alcoholic packages, which might be more economical if one person doesn't drink. While these new rules might seem restrictive, being prepared helps ensure your cruise experience remains enjoyable. We know planning the perfect cruise getaway can be challenging, especially with all these changing policies. That's why we've prepared something special for you. Watch out for our QR code in this video. Scan for exclusive and free downloadable travel packing list. And check out the description for our recommendations for the best cruise lines for senior travelers in 2025. We'd love to hear your experiences with these new rules. Have you encountered them on recent cruises? Which one concerns you most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, happy sailing.